When you hire a realtor to sell your property, there's a very real possibility that they will also end up representing the buyer who purchases it. This is legal in Ontario and it is called multiple representation. In this video, I will break down multiple representation, the implications of it, and I'll also share my personal opinion on it. Multiple representation actually has two forms. The first is what I already mentioned, where the same real estate agent represents both the seller and buyer on the same transaction. And the second would be if the same real estate agent represented two different buyers, both offering on the same property. However, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus on the first scenario. So let's review a couple of key aspects when this form of multiple representation occurs. Number one, there is a disclosure requirement. The agent must disclose multiple representation to all parties and obtain their written consent before proceeding. Typically, this is done on a form called Confirmation of Cooperation and Representation. What this also means is that if you are a seller and you don't want your realtor to also represent the buyer, you have the right to express this and not provide consent. And number two, the agent now has limited duties. Since they are representing both sides, they cannot fully advocate for one party over the other. This means that they have to remain an impartial middleman and avoid giving preferential treatment. They also can't share confidential information about one party to the other, such as motivations to sell or buy, or what amount they're willing to pay or sell for, and what other terms in the agreement they are willing to negotiate. As you can see, if the agent is no longer able to provide advice to you and essentially is no longer able to look out for your best interests over the other party, then the value of them as a representative goes way down. Given this explanation and my tone, I'm sure you can guess what my opinion is on multiple representation. And that is that I'm not a fan. I truly believe that when a seller or a buyer hires me to represent them, that my main job is looking out for their best interests, providing advice, and ultimately having their back in the transaction. And I think it's important that not only my client has this kind of representation, but that the other side does too. Multiple representation is actually illegal in BC, and I think it would be wise for Ontario to follow in their footsteps. So if you're buying or selling and your agent brings up multiple representation, make sure you ask questions. Understand how it affects your negotiations and whether you're comfortable with it.